Cellular respiration is an essential life process. These series of videos will cover the purpose of cellular respiration, the structure and function of the mitochondria, the process of respiration, and the factors affecting the rate of respiration. And these are our learning intentions. Okay, we'll start looking at the purpose of cellular respiration. So, respiration is the process that occurs in the mitochondria of all living organisms. It is where glucose or sugar is being broken down to produce ATP or adenosine triphosphate. Okay, you may have seen a mitochondria before. The mitochondria is an organelle found in eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Okay, and this is where respiration is taking place. So the mitochondria is a rod-shaped organelle with lots of folds on the inside. Okay, those folds have a special function, and we'll look at those functions shortly. ATP is the energy molecule used by all organisms to fuel chemical reactions within the cell. Okay, so all cells need energy to do a variety of work. Okay, they need to make new molecules, they need to build membranes and organelles. Also, the movement of molecules in and out of the cell. Okay, just to remember back to active transport. Okay, active transport requires energy or ATP to move molecules across the membrane from a low concentration to a high concentration against the concentration gradient. Okay, so here's one good example of why cells need energy. Okay, and the last one being movement. So like the flagella on a sperm or bacteria, okay, they need that flagella in order to move. Okay, so where do cells get its energy from? So food is broken down to a form the cell can use. Now, this food is just the food we eat as humans or any other organism would eat their food. Okay, the food that they eat contains energy, and that energy can be converted into ATP. Okay, so for example, we eat an apple, we're getting the glucose from the apple, and that glucose will then carry on down a process in order for it to produce ATP that the cell can use. Okay, so extra energy is stored in an ATP molecule. What is ATP? Good question. So ATP is known as adenosine triphosphate. Okay, we've got an adenine here connected to a ribose sugar and three phosphate groups. You may remember back to the structure of DNA. We've got adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. This one here, the adenine, is one of those bases. We've got a ribose sugar, which is a pentose sugar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons, okay, attached to three phosphate groups. Now, the special thing about ATP is that it is known as adenosine triphosphate. Tri just means three of the phosphates. Okay, so ATP holds energy in a chemical bond. When the bond is broken, the energy is released. ATP is the body's short-term energy carrier. Okay, so this little cycle here shows that we've got ATP and we've got ADP plus PI. Okay, so basically what this means is that if we break a bond between the phosphate groups, we're going to have ADP, which is produced along with phosphate. Okay, this little I here indicates that it is an inorganic phosphate. So ATP goes to ADP, and then this cycle continues around and around. Okay, we can see here this bottom arrow shows that we've got energy released as that bond is broken. Okay, just like this one shown in the diagram. Okay, the bond's broken, phosphate's released, energy is released also.